Welcome to the 2017 goal setting process. This is an exciting time of year where we establish our goals and drive performance and commitment towards those goals throughout the organization. The purpose of this presentation is to share the 4 corporate goals or pillars, to review the process of cascading goals throughout the organization, to define SMART goals, and to review the 2017 goal setting timeline. This slide documents Performance Health's performance management process. The first step of the process is establishing goals. Once goals are established, there will be 2 formal reviews throughout the year, a mid-year review and the annual end-of-the-year review. All of these pieces tie into the compensation merit planning process as we are a pay-for-performance organization. At the heart of the goal-setting process are the company's corporate goals. These are the pillars that will frame the foundation of our organization, and all goals throughout the organization will tie to these. The continued success of Performance Health are tied to the success of these pillars and our foundation. The 2017 goal-setting pillars are: number 1, growth. Deliver EBITDA growth of 10% and revenue growth of 8.3% by executing on new and existing go-to-market strategies for clinical, dealer, e-commerce, consumer, and branded offerings in the global marketplace. Pillar 2, operational excellence. Complete the PDCO separation and Performance Health integration activities. Create and deliver on scheduled processes, systems, technology, and products meeting predefined and mutually agreed upon milestones which generate value, increase efficiency, reduce cost, mitigate risk, and eliminate waste. KPIs for all departments are defined and are continuously monitored. The third pillar, digital innovation. Identify and complete projects to support digital innovation and furtherance of sales, marketing, operations, customer support, manufacturing, finance, HR, legal compliance, or company administration. And the last pillar, high performance culture. Attract, develop, and retain talent in order to increase employee engagement and deliver performance results, decrease turnover, and provide career opportunities for our valued employees. Performance Health's objective through the 2017 goal-setting process and beyond is to cascade goals throughout the organization. This is the process of establishing goals at different levels within the company to ensure alignment between the 4 corporate goals or pillars and each and every employee's activities and goals. As you can see from this diagram, goals are established by our senior leadership team, and they flow down through the business units, department managers, and then to each employee. And by tying each individual goal to their senior leadership goals, each person will have an effect on the company and its senior leadership team meeting their goals. This process will assist each employee in understanding how their contributions tie to the overall success of the organization and better understand the company's purpose and its vision. This is a key engagement driver for all employees. So let's see how the cascading of goals may look for someone in the finance organization. Number 1, the first goal is the corporate goal of growing revenue by 8.3%. From there, the VP's goal may look something like increasing market share and revenues by executing on new and existing go-to-market strategies for online sales. This would cascade to the director, and they may have a goal of establishing favorable global online pricing and payment models, negotiating performance-driven pricing agreements with Amazon, Visa, and PayPal by September 30th, and establishing financial systems and reporting to support new business. The manager would then build online sales payment and sales reporting capabilities, financial forecasting and planning by September 30th. And lastly, the individual goal would be to set and deliver new online business analysis reports to include competitor information by August 30th. You should notice that as goals are cascaded down the organization, the scope of the goal narrows. So the process of cascading our goals and narrowing the scope of goals throughout the organization brings together the performance health performance management goal setting process. From here, your leader will share with you their goals if they have not done so already. As a manager, you should ensure your goals tie to your leader's goals, and you should work with your employees to ensure their goals tie to your goals. You should also determine if you will have your employees write and enter their own goals, or if you will write their goals for them. Regardless, collaborating with your employees in finalizing goals is always best practice. For our employees in North America, you will enter your goals into the talent section of the ADP system. For all other employees, you will use a goal-setting workbook. Regardless of the method for formally documenting your goals and your employees' goals, you should work with your leader and your employees personally to ensure goal alignment. So, now that we have reviewed the purpose and process of cascading goals throughout the organization, let's look at how to write effective goals. As you begin to establish goals, either for yourself or for your employees, here are some key questions to ask yourself. Number 1, are the goals relevant to achieving the 4 corporate goals or pillars? Number 2, is the scope of the goal appropriate and achievable? While a practical sense of urgency is always best practice, you do not want to stretch the employee beyond the limits of what is actually achievable. Number 3, are the goals dependent upon other goals? If so, have you calibrated across the business to ensure alignment? This is a key question that many leaders forget to ask. If you determine that your goal or your employee's goal is dependent upon another person or department, please ensure your alignment with that other department or person prior to documenting your goal. For instance, if you plan to implement new software to help your department with analytics, you should check with IT to see if there is anything they will need to do on their end to implement this software. And if their assistance is needed, you will need to calibrate with them on your timing, as your timing may not align with their resources. So calibrating across functions is key. The fourth question is the achievement of the goal under the employee's control. Can they actually complete this goal with the tools and resources they have? Will they need your guidance and assistance? If they do, you need to ensure you give them the tools and your time to meet this goal. And the last question to think about is, does the employee have the skills necessary to achieve the goal? While stretching goals is a good practice, as previously mentioned, if you stretch too much, it can cause tension and disengagement with the employee. If you will be stretching the employee, ensure that you are appropriately developing them and providing experience and training to allow them to achieve the goal. A practical approach to establishing goals is using the SMART goals concept. SMART goals ensure that managers and employees have a mutual understanding of expectations and both understand what success looks like. So, SMART goals include the following components. S for specific. This is the what, the why, and the how of the goal. M is for measurable. Goals should be measurable so you have tangible evidence that you have accomplished the goal. A is for attainable. Goals should stretch you slightly so you feel challenged, but defined well enough so that you can actually achieve them. R is for results focused. Goals should measure outcomes, not activities. And lastly, T is for time focused. Goals should be linked to a time frame that creates a practical sense of urgency. So let's look at a few SMART goal examples. By October 1st, 2017, implement a new online benefits enrollment system so all U.S. employees are able to complete their benefits open enrollment tasks on time and with no system issues. This particular goal would be tied to our digital innovation corporate goal, as it's fostering digital innovation through an online system through HR. The second example is by July 1st, 2017, implement the new customer billing process through NetSuite and train all employees on the process. This new process will allow employees to accurately enter journal entries and reduce the number of entry errors to a target of 99% accuracy. This particular goal is tied to operational excellence, as it's fostering enhanced processes. Another thing to consider are goal due dates. Many leaders may use 12/31 as the due date for every goal. A good practice is to embed a focus on goal achievement throughout the year. Have different due dates and/or milestones at different points. And a best practice is to focus on having ongoing feedback discussions throughout the year instead of only reviewing progress during the mid-year review. Having ongoing discussions and having ongoing milestones and deliverables will ensure that, number one, steps are taken to achieve objectives, that milestones are achieved and we're not racing to the end of the year to get everything done, that roadblocks can be lifted timely and are not used as an excuse in failing to meet the goal target. Updated timeline estimates can be made. And lastly, so you can offer additional support throughout the year as needed. So instead of performance discussions happening 3 times per year during the goal setting process, the mid-year review and the annual review, like the upper right-hand corner, discussions should flow through year like the bottom right-hand diagram. So again, establish goals, milestones, and due dates throughout the year and ensure you're having discussions to align with those throughout the year as well. Here you have the 2017 goal setting timeline. The Global Leadership Team, or GLT, confirmed their goals the week of 4/7. The GLT goals will be entered into the ADP system the week of April 10th. Communication to leadership teams reporting to GLT to finalize their goals will happen on or around April 14th. All manager communications, including this presentation, will occur the week of 4/17. And lastly, all employee goals should be entered and approved by April 30th. So what's next? Work with your manager to establish your goals. Calibrate across the business if your goals will require collaboration with another department. Determine if you will have your employees create their own goals or if you will establish team goals and assign to them. Regardless, meet with your employees to share the directive and execute accordingly. If employees enter their goals into ADP, you will need to approve them through the system. All goals are entered and approved by April 30th. For those employees that will be using the ADP system, there are a few resources that have been created to assist you. For managers, you will have access to a how-to document that will show you how to enter team goals and review employee goals. There will also be an included how-to presentation that will review how to enter goals to the system as well. And for employees, there will be the same. There will be a how-to document on how to enter individual goals and a how-to presentation to show them how to actually do that in the system. If you have any questions, please contact a member of the HR team. Thank you for your support of this process, and thank you for your ongoing commitment to the success of Performance Health.